Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday morning. My word, my second day back on the keys of faith, and I'm here to activate and energize you. We just had a powerful leadership session. And Pastor Lee mentioned 5 things for 2023. Now, I have learned you need to work with God. Say, work with God. When Jesus told Peter, he said, cast the net on the other side, he had to work with the miracle. Now, we need miracles, and this is the powerful thing. And the 5 things, I'm just going to mention the points, and then I want to get into Mark chapter 11. He said this morning, the breath of God is going to be in this time frame. And number 2, the movement and revival and in surprising places. Number 3, expanding into new things. God, the miracle is in the stretch. Say, the miracle is in the stretch. And we need to stretch. And riches will follow you if you follow God's instruction. Because your assignment is so big, you need God's supernatural intervention. And I have numerous people tell me, when my ship arrives, I'm going to do something for the kingdom. I'm going to do something for the outreach. I'm going to do something for the building. And the answer is, if you're not faithful in the canoe, how will God trust you with the ship? If you become faithful where you are, in the small things, God can trust you with much more. And then he says, there will be peace in the chaos. Now, let me help you with that. Because here a man was walking and he heard about Jesus, my word. And then when he heard about Jesus, as Jesus came to Jericho, and this man was blind Bartimaeus, a legal beggar in that time, because he had the cloak of the Sanhedrin. And listen what happened. And he became so desperate. If we can become desperate, the countries I just came from, I am ashamed that they're so serious with God and we so lackadaisy and laid back. And my word, their people are miracles. I've seen the dumb and the mute can speak and the deaf ears can open and supernatural stuff that can happen like this, boom, boom, boom. Because desperation is the thing that will move you out of the comfort zone so that you will be a faith giant. The just shall live by faith. Without faith, Hebrews 11:6, it's impossible to please God. And listen what happened. And many, that's in Mark chapter 10 and 48, and many severely censured and reproved him, telling him to keep still. But he kept on shouting all the more, you son of David, have pity and mercy on me. And he kept on being focused. Tell your neighbor, say, become desperate and focus in faith. And Jesus stopped and said, and called him. That's the instruction. They say instruction to the miraculous. And they called the blind man, telling him, take courage, get up, he's calling you. And throwing off his outer garment, a thing that, my word, identify him as blind. This is time to throw off what identify you in the middle of the crisis, in the middle of your situation, in the middle of the pain and heartaches. He's throwing off his outer garment. He leaped up and came to Jesus. And Jesus said to him, what do you want me to do for you? Now, if Gustav can say anything, this word is a now word. This word is working for you because it's your year of expansion. Say expansion. And the question is, what do you want Jesus to do for you? And listen what the man said, and the blind man said to him, verse 51, Master, let me receive my sight. And Jesus said to him, because God wants us to be specific in our needs. Jesus knew he was blind. Why did he ask him, what do you want me to do? He wants you to be specific. Dr. Joe, when he was trusting God for a bicycle, a table, and a chair, and he said, God, your word says you will supply my needs. And I have not because I asked. Now today I asked for a bicycle, a table, and a chair. And after 2 weeks, when he went back to God and prayer, it didn't happen. And the Lord said, you make the mistake that so many of my children make. You pray vaguely prayers. I want to give you the desire of your heart. And this morning, Jesus, he said, that I might see. And Jesus said to him, go your way, your faith. What made him whole? Your faith has healed you. And at once he received his sight and accompanied Jesus on the road. Now, when you read in the book of Mark, you will discover one time Jesus said, all things are possible to him who believe. In Mark chapter 9:23. Can we join our faith together today for the miraculous to happen? We're in harvest time. We're in miracle zone. We need to see the breakthrough. In the midst of chaos, the peace of God will come, because God did not forget you, and that you can believe him. What must I do? What did blind Bartimaeus? He was desperate. He heard about Jesus. Crowds tries to stop him. He stayed focused. And when Jesus called him, he threw off what was keeping him back. That false identity of doubt, unbelief, it's not going to happen, fear and anxiety that wants to keep you back. Throw it off today and hear the word of the Lord. He asked, what do you want me to do for you? And after Dr. Cho discovered that Jesus said to him, you ask vaguely prayers. He said, oh, I want a mahogany wood table. I want a Mitsubishi chair with wheels on. I want a thick wheel bicycle manufactured in the United States of America. And then the Lord asked him, do you believe what you've asked? And he said, yes. And the Lord said, say it and tell it to the congregation. Guess what happened at the end? He received his thick wheel bicycle, mahogany wood table, Mitsubishi chair, by a way that it was, my word, unknown how God can provide. And we need the provision of the Lord to break through in levels. But it's going to cost us to become desperate, focus, throw off that tries to keep you back, and hear the word of the Lord. Your faith has healed you. There's healing today when you believe God. There's provision today when you believe God. There's salvation today if we can believe God. And that's why Jesus gave us the instruction how to speak to the mountain, and the mountain will move. Well, we love you. Did I lately tell you that I love you? God bless you. You're phenomenal. Share this with somebody, and share and send your prayer request that we can agree with you, and you will have the results of the word. Make room for what God wants to pour out in your life. Until tomorrow, that's Thursday. God bless you, and we love you, and thank you.